Weekly concept. Money matters. Essential question. What has been the role of money over time? Here's my dollar. Do you have a dollar bill? That dollar can be exchanged for any number of things. Centuries ago, people had to barter or trade for the goods and services that they wanted. What are the different ways that we use money? How do you think we will pay for things in the future? Talk about it. Write words that tell how money is used. Then discuss what you think money will look like in the future. Vocabulary. Use the picture and the sentences to talk with a partner about each word.
Currency. I exchanged American dollars for foreign currency at the bank. Currency. Currency is the money used in a country. Currency. Currency is the money used in a country. Economics. Bartering is a system of economics where people trade one thing for another.
Entrepreneur. Sarah is an entrepreneur who started her own dog walking business.
Global. The Internet is a global electronic network that connects people around the world.
Invest. Victoria wants to invest more of her allowance in her stamp collection. Marketplace. Lauren and her mother visited the marketplace to buy fresh vegetables. Merchandise. The clothing shop's merchandise includes dresses, skirts, and tops.
Transaction. The man gave his credit card as part of the transaction to pay for his breakfast. Transaction. A transaction is the act of carrying out a business exchange. Transaction. A transaction is the act of carrying out a business exchange.
Your turn. Pick 3 words. Write 3 questions for your partner to answer. Genre: expository. The History of Money, a painting of a commercial center in Beijing, China in 1840. Essential question: what has been the role of money over time? Read about the history of money. What makes money valuable? If you think about it, a dollar bill is only a piece of paper. You cannot eat, wear, or live in a dollar bill. So why do people want it? Think about the proverb, money doesn't grow on trees. Money is considered valuable because it is hard to get. Bartering. Imagine you're a goat herder visiting a marketplace in China in 1200 BC. The merchandise being sold around you ranges from cattle to tools. Suppose you need to purchase a piece of rope. How will you pay for it? The goats you own are your sole source of income, so you would not want to trade a goat for the rope. The goat is too valuable. Instead, you might trade goat milk for the rope. This system of economics is called bartering. But what if the rope merchant does not want goat milk? Early currency. No need to cry over spilt milk. Luckily, you sold some goat milk earlier in the day in exchange for 10 cowrie shells, the first system of currency in China. You hand 2 cowrie shells to the rope merchant and put the rest in your pocket. This is a much easier way to buy and sell things. Cowrie shells are lightweight, durable, and easier to take with you than a goat. The idea of currency is catching on around the world in Thailand, India, and Africa. You decide to save your extra shells until you have enough to invest in another goat. You will be spending cowries with the expectation that another goat will pay off later, since you can drink or sell the milk it produces. Taking this type of business risk makes you an entrepreneur. New kinds of currency. If you were at a marketplace in Rome around 900 BC, you might have used salt as a form of currency. The idiom, to be worth one's salt, is still used today. Another form of currency, metal coins, first emerged in China around 1000 BC. Coins varied in shape, size, and worth. By the 7th century BC, coins made of precious metals such as silver and gold became popular in Europe and the Middle East. These coins were usually round. After being weighed on a scale to determine their value, coins were stamped with designs that stated their worth. Glossary of money terms. Bartering. Bartering. Trading by exchanging food, services, or goods instead of using money. Currency. Currency. Any form of money that is used in a country. Economy. Economy. A system or method of managing the production and distribution of money, goods, and services. Marketplace. Marketplace. A place where food and goods are bought and sold, or the world of business, trade, and economics. This painting shows a scene from a typical 19th century Italian market. Paper money. Carrying a bag of coins can be heavy. The weight of coins and a metal shortage are 2 reasons the use of paper money developed in China in the 10th century. The earliest European paper money appeared in Sweden at the beginning of the 17th century. Italy started to use paper money about 90 years later. Paper money originally represented the gold or silver a person had in the bank. Today, we can tell the value of paper money by reading the numbers printed on it. Modern money. In today's global economy, exchanging money electronically is common. Many people use a credit or debit card to make a digital transaction. Numbers on a computer screen represent dollars and cents, but no actual paper money is exchanged. As easy as it is to spend money today, saving money is important. When considering spending money, think of the famous proverb, "A penny saved is a penny earned." Make connections. Why did using currency replace bartering? How does money affect your daily life? Ask and answer questions. When you read informational text, you can ask questions before, during, and after reading to help you understand the text and remember the information. As you read The History of Money, look for answers to your questions. Find text evidence. You may ask yourself why paper money was an improvement over coins. Reread the section Paper Money on page 427 of The History of Money to find the answer. Paper money. Carrying a bag of coins can be heavy. The weight of coins and a metal shortage are two reasons the use of paper money developed in China in the 10th century. The earliest European paper money appeared in Sweden at the beginning of the 17th century. Italy started to use paper money about 90 years later. Paper money originally represented the gold or silver a person had in the bank. Today, we can tell the value of paper money by reading the numbers printed on it. I see from rereading this section that coins can be very heavy. From this text evidence, I can infer that paper money was an improvement because it is lighter and easier to carry. Your turn. As you reread The History of Money, ask your own question and then read to find the answer. As you read other selections, remember to use the strategy Ask and Answer Questions. Main idea and key details. The main idea is the most important idea or point that an author makes in a paragraph or section of text. Key details give important information to support the main idea. Find text evidence. When I reread New Kinds of Currency on page 426 of The History of Money, first I can look closely to find the key details. Next, I can think about what they have in common. Then I can figure out the main idea of the section. Graphic organizer. Main idea. The first metal coins varied in shape, size, and worth. Detail. Coins were made of precious metals such as silver and gold. Detail. Coins were usually round. Detail. Coins were stamped with designs that stated their worth. Caption. All the key details tell about the main idea. Your turn. Reread the section Paper Money on page 427 of The History of Money. Find the key details and list them in your graphic organizer. Use the details to determine the main idea of the section. Expository text. The History of Money is an expository text. Expository text explains facts and information about a topic. Includes text features. Find text evidence. I can tell The History of Money is an expository text. It gives me facts and information about the kinds of money that have been used throughout history. It includes a variety of text features. Text features. Headings. Headings explain what kind of information is in each section of the text. Glossary. A glossary defines words that are important to the topic of the selection. It lists the words in alphabetical order. Your turn. Find and list 2 text features in the history of money. Tell what information you learned from each text feature. Proverbs and adages. Proverbs and adages are short sayings that have been used for a long time. They usually express a general truth or observation. Every culture has them. Look for context clues to help you figure out the meanings of proverbs and adages. Find text evidence. When I reread Modern Money on page 427 of The History of Money, I see the proverb, "A penny saved is a penny earned." The previous sentence helps me to figure out what the proverb means. As easy as it is to spend money today, saving money is important. When considering spending money, think of the famous proverb, "A penny saved is a penny earned." Your turn. Use paragraph clues to determine the meanings of the proverbs and adages below from The History of Money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Page 425. No need to cry over spilt milk. Page 425.
Write about the text. I answered the question, how does the author's use of sequence help the reader understand the history of money? Use details from the text. The author's use of sequence helps the reader understand the history of money. By providing dates, the author shows how currencies have evolved. In 1200 BC in China, people could barter or trade things, but this wasn't always easy. It was much handier to use cowrie shells, which became China's first system of currency. Around 1000 BC, coins began replacing shells. Of course, carrying coins is heavy, so paper money developed. Today, people use credit, debit, and online systems to pay electronically. The author's sequence shows how money keeps getting smaller, lighter, and more convenient. Transitions. I used dates to help the reader understand the history of money. Content words. Words such as barter and cowrie shells help me explain the topic. Grammar. This sentence contains the preposition of. Strong conclusion. My final sentence clearly sums up the information I presented. Your turn. How does the glossary of money terms on page 426 help the reader understand the text better?